Greetings, Internet. Welcome to Aaron Plays, and I hope you're doing fantastically well. This is my continuation of Battle Hymn Mission 2. We're on to episode 9. Okay, well, so far we have come ashore and tried to infiltrate the position. The Japanese heard a mine go off and they sent a fighter, a Zero, into the sky, which I had no chance to stop. My aim is to blow up as many buildings, and then this Japanese Zero decides to start strafing, which, to be honest, has started to suck the fun out of this mission. It's too powerful. It's far too powerful. Through a few comments from you guys, mentioned exactly the same sort of thing. So, with regards to that Zero, it must have an ammunition supply. It's now done 3 strafing runs. Most airplanes didn't carry that much ammunition. They had like 20 seconds worth of ammunition in their wings. So the Zero has gone. Unless something else changes in the paragraph that says it lands or something like that, as far as we're concerned, in this mission, it ain't coming back. Now, that doesn't mean any, the random events. You've obviously got random events with star shells and so on, so I'll still be rolling for those. If it comes up with a Zero, it's flying around, but it's not actually strafing anymore, because as I say, it sucks the fun out of it. It seems like the scenario is designed to destroy your squad. I can't think of any other way of putting it. Now, with regards to the enemy tank that's coming around my rear, I have to come up with a solution and plan with that, because that ain't going to run out of fuel. So as we get down to what I plan to do in my head is dig in. I think I've been missing a trick there, that I can actually dig foxholes. Now, it takes a fair few actions, but you can't be seen if you're in a foxhole and you're lying, well, you can't go prone, but crouched. So maybe I can avoid, and the tank will just bugger off. I don't know. So there could be a few turns here where not much happens, but I'll still shoot them, upload them, and then hopefully some of you guys will watch them. But let's go down to the map and discuss what's going on. Okay, so the current position then, this is a recap, is I've managed to take out effectively 3 buildings. Okay, and we are sitting on 18 VP. However, we have got 1 incapacitated guy here and 1 killed in action here. We're loitering around the ruined buildings at the present moment. There's 1 Japanese soldier here, and they've got the Japanese tank over here, which is encroaching on my 2 rafts over here and here. So, what do I need to do? Now, to rescue this incapacitated guy, according to directly from the rules, I would need to send some guys into that panji, tiger trap, whatever you want to call it, and risk them getting taken out. However, okay, again, I'm going to modify that slightly, because it doesn't make any logical sense. If I can dig foxholes, surely I can dig holes to approach this tiger trap without going into it. So I am going to dig potentially a foxhole near it, or count it as a foxhole. As I'm digging, I'm going to use the same activations and then use that to take him out of there. I don't have to, I mean, I can avoid, it's just not, it's not logical. I know this was written 40 odd bloody years ago, but, I'm trying to keep some fun here. And to leave him behind, Marines don't like to leave someone behind. There must be a little bit of give and take. That Zero is overpowered, and this here is just bonkers. That we just stand around the edge of the pit. So I'm not going there. I'm not going in there either. Well, I'm not going there. What, look at these spades we've got in our hands. You know what, we can't use. No, it's illogical. So there we go. If this makes me cheating the system, I don't know. But at the end of the day, I'm here to have fun, and hopefully I'm projecting that to you guys. And that is just unfun. And the same with the Zero, where it just sits flying around. At the present moment, I'm not particularly winning, I'm not particularly losing the scenario. I think I do need to take out one more building, and we do have Alan, squad leader, who's wounded. We could try and take out that building, or that building, but that's my last satchel charge, which I'm a bit baffled by because I had 6. I've only used 3 of them. So where? I know Hibbert's got one, and he's way back here. We didn't trust Gernbelm with one, so I seem to be missing. So that's 1 there, plus that's 4. That's 5. Where's the 6th one? Is that down in the fox? Yeah, that's down there. Okay, so that makes now sense. It's down with the incapacitated dude. Okay, so I do need to try and take out either this building or this building. I think it might be that one. We're running a little bit low on the ammo for the PAR. He's been shooting up, and he's wounded as well. So yeah, I am not looking too healthy here. Right, A's wounded, D's wounded, and H is wounded. Plus we've got one guy dead and one guy incapacitated. That's the situation as we stand. Okay, so we're all aware. So we go into event phase. So the first thing I'm going to do is lower these. Oh, come on. We did it on the X, didn't we? Change label. So that goes to 5 rounds. This is counting down how long it's still got up in the air, as it were. And this one here has got change label, 2 rounds remaining. Now they light up. The hex are in, plus 2 hexes further. So we're getting light source from them, from here to here, here to here. So the tank's still in the dark, as it were. I have no idea where he's going. I mean, he's come all the way down this road here, along this road here, and is now trundling along the beach. Again, why would he be doing that? Other than the scenario design has decided that, this is probably, obviously I've got to get off here somewhere, but this tank is just having right along the beach, but it makes me aware that I've got to do something about him or hide from him. That seems to be the better of the 2 options. So the actual random event itself, okay, is 4 and 5 is 9. Right, let me get the paragraph booklet here. That's not the paragraph, it's the cartridge. So it's 9, random event 9. Which tells me what? 601. 601. 601. I say, if this is the aeroplane, it ain't coming. 601. If Japanese I-7 has exited the map from G1 and C612, sorry, Japanese 17 has exited the map. Well, I'll have to check. I'm not even sure we've had Japanese 17. Hold on that. Okay, that leads back to the 0. He's the chief of air operations. He did exit the map, and it says now the 0 goes strafing. As I say, it isn't. It's flying above, observing. Okay. All right, next up then, after the random events, we have the activation sequence. Initiative determination. Okay, Japanese roll 5, I roll 9. So I have initiative, and that determines where my rods go on here. Well, the tank got a 5, so he's there. Then I got a 9. Okay, 9. He's wounded, so he only gets 1 activation. So he's there. This guy got a 5. He's going to get 2 as well. Okay, over here with a 9. Right, so they all go there. We'll have a look and check their initiative in a minute. They go there. Okay. Well, D can only have a maximum of 1 because he's wounded. Okay, C, that's my guy over here, isn't it? He's now within command range of B. So B and C. So Baldwin has an initiative of 3, Clark has an initiative of 3, so they keep themselves going. So yeah, that's not too bad, I suppose. Okay. We now do the Japanese activation number, which is 8. Okay, what are we going to do? So we've got Baldwin here. We need the satchel charge. He's in a crouch wounded with the satchel charge. We know it's charged. He's only got 1 activation. Okay, and we've got Clark. Okay. So Clark comes out of his prone. Stands up. That's his free facing change. Activation. Stance change. Get it right. He comes 1. That's Q5. I better check these paragraphs. Not sure if I've done these ones before. So Q5. None. That's 1. Enters the rubble. Now, rubble. How many points is rubble? I'm assuming 2. And it is 2. So that's 1. Actually, if he then goes 2 to P5, I just haven't put the koi washers in. No, that's nothing. 3, 4. He then goes into a crouch. No, he's had his free stance change. So he can't do that. 2, 3, 4. That's P5, P6. That should be nothing. No, it is nothing. Okay, so he's standing there. Don't really like that, but there we go. Alright, so he comes down to there. Baldwin then uses his activation, command him to go carry on over to Alan. Whereupon he goes Q7 for 1. That's none. Q8 for 2. None. And then goes in there for 3. R8 for 3. And then he will now use his stance change to crouch. And that's him done again. Okay. That's everybody done on that first row. So we go now to the Japanese. Okay. So alphabetical order, the tank is Y, so it's Soldier U. It's this little devil here. Their activation number is 8. We're on condition 5. With an 8 is paragraph 803. Paragraph 803. Right. If an active target is visible and this Japanese is not in an open hex, crouch and conduct this fire. Active target visible? Yes, there is. That is Davis in the building there. Okay. So if an active target is visible and this Japanese is not in an open hex, he's definitely not in an open hex, crouch and conduct best fire at easiest target. Okay, so he is armed with bolt action rifle. Okay, so he will fire on Davis. Okay. What does that mean? best fire. Oh, best fire. Right, okay. So looking at the charts and tables, he is 3 hexes of range with a bolt action rifle. 2 to 6 is short range. He's firing on a guy that's crouched in the rubble, which is -2. He has a weapon skill of 0. So short range is 5. Crouch target equals 3. Does he jam? First of all, 0 to 5. That's a 10. Nearly, but not quite. Okay, and then he fires. He rolls an 8, which is a miss. He needed a 3, so that goes down to there. Then the tank. So the tank is currently over here, encroaching on my position. Okay, so it's got all crew still available, all are active, and we are in condition. Doesn't matter what condition we are in, it's just a die roll. So die roll is 8, so action 913. 913. If vehicle has been fired on, drive fast. If vehicle has not been fired on, drive slow. I haven't. Did I fire? I have fired on that in the past. I tried lobbing a grenade at it. It missed. Is that technically fired upon? I suppose it is. So he's driving fast. Okay. Driving fast is you've got to do an accident check. Okay, so his driving skill is currently 8. Rolls 2, no problem at all, driving fast. So he's starting in hex R18. We'll see where he goes. Right, R18, driving fast. It says he goes to S18, driving along the coast there. That gets rid of that 7. He's got 6 left. S17. Sorry, S18. My bad. S18. He goes into S17. Okay. So rotate counterclockwise. S17. Now, what is that little bump? That is cover hex. I'm assuming that shouldn't, but don't make assumptions in this game. But will that slow him down? Small, large vehicle? No, that costs 1. I know it's a light tank. I'm assuming it's a large vehicle. I think I treat it as a large vehicle. It is a large vehicle. Yeah, it just grinds that down. So he's now down to 5. Can't find 5 on his dice. There you go. 5 movement points remaining. So he's in S17. Where's he go from there? S16. So he's now got 4 movement points remaining. S17. Where's he go from there? He's in S16. S16. It says 080. We have paragraph 080. Right. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you can go through palm trees, but 080. Reading from the book. Right. If no active US soldier is north of this hex, enter R16. Okay, north of this hex. Okay. That's the south edge. That's the north edge. North of this hex. There is active soldiers north of the hex because we're over here, which is north of there. Okay, so carry on reading. If an active soldier is south of this hex, enter T15. Otherwise, the unit does not move for the remainder of the turn. Okay, if an active US soldier is south of this hex, enter T15. All right, so he turns at that point, rotate clockwise, and enters T15 for 1, so it takes him down to 3. Interesting. Okay, where does he go now? He's in T15. U15. They're coming to get you. 2 points remaining. U15. V14. And then at V14, X14. V14, oh sorry, W15. Okay, that's his last movement point to there. All right, okay. I think we need to pull back Mr. Birnbaum and Hibbert away. Right, okay, so the tank's done. And I think we will start with those. Now, Hibbert has got a satchel charge. So we'll do Hibbert first. He's wounded. That slope, going up that slope, does that cost anything? Up slope. It's not a crest. Well, he's crouched anyway. Oh no, he's standing. He was standing. Movement cost chart is a nightmare on this. So that costs him 1. I suppose on X11 I do need to check, make sure there's not something we haven't activated there. X11 gives me a paragraph number 476. I'm sure it'd be in this. Sorry, 479. You're gonna activate someone else, have we? 479. Okay, so it's got an errata on there. Riddled, absolutely riddled this is. Sighting 0 has already occurred, so we're okay there. So that's 1. I've just also noticed when I'm going through, this tank can't enter the palm trees. So we obviously need to get these boats back, but if we pull away from him, he can't see us, we can then start dealing with, hopefully the tank will drive away, because if he doesn't, then I'm not getting off. Simple as. So he will then move into W11. That's 2 movement points, which is all he's got, and he doesn't get a free stance change. And we better double check W11. Nothing. Okay. So that's Hibbert done. Okay, so let's move him down with his wound marker. So he's complete. Now, Birnbaum, he only has 3 movement points anyway. And this is my pick team. I think I made that an earlier comment. Why would I have picked such a bunch of doohickeys? Anyway, free stance change for 1. No, free stance change for 1. Come on, free stance change. 1, 2, I think we'll try and keep those two together. Even together, their initiatives are really, really lousy. You know, if they panic, they panic. You might as well now crouch. Okay. So that's them two done. And the tank can't see them now in either circumstance. Right. What are we doing next? Whom are we doing next? Okay, so Alan will pass the satchel charge on to Clark. So now Clark's got the satchel charge. Okay. We will then activate Clark to get to stand. Now, which building do we go for? We've been up here. I think we will keep. Yeah, that's too much. That's a lot of open ground to cover over here. We need another Japanese machine gun post or something down here. Then we're so okay. So he's now got the satchel charge passed through by Alan, and he goes. 1 to there. 2 to there. 3, 4 to there. Okay, so that's him done. Then Baldwin activates him. Again, using the order system as efficiently as possible. So Clark will go again, and this time he will go pretty much back where he was. 1. I don't want to go. Oh, we're going to have to 2 into that building. 3, 4. That's P3. I know we haven't been in there. We've logged a satchel charge in there, but we're back. P3. No, nothing. Okay. And then he'll do a free stance change and hopefully stay in command next time. Stand, crouch. There we go. Right. That leaves Davies. He's got this Japanese soldier here to worry about. And he will attempt to fire the automatic rifle onto that Japanese soldier. And that is what? Short range. Yeah, he's going to take an aimed fire automatic rifle. 5% chance of a jam. 78. No problem there. All right, so 2 to 9 is short range. Okay, 2 to 9 is short range. And the Japanese soldier is crouching in the jungle, which is cover-wise -3. Davis has got a weapon skill of +2. So short range is 5, +2, 4. Weapon skill makes 9, makes 7. Take away 3 for the jungle is 4. He rolls 6, so he misses. And 33. This is the automatic rifle. He expends another round of ammunition. He's only got 1 remaining. He then falls prone. I'm not the person to do this. Oh, don't have a prone marker. There we do. One of those. You go like prone. Right. That's all my dudes done. So what's Mr. All right, so now we have to roll a new Japanese activation number, which is 3. what is this guy going to do on a 3? Bring up his card. Right, so die roll was a 3. On condition 5, he does 8, 6, 2. 8, 6, 2. Right, bring up the booklet. Right. If no active target is in sight, move as quickly as possible. He is still in sight. Fall prone if an active target is in sight and free stance trade is available. Okay, then alright, so that's all. If an active target is in sight and this soldier occupies an open hex, move as quick as possible. No, if an active target is in sight and this soldier occupies a non-open hex, crouch and conduct best fire at easiest target. Well, that's all he can shoot at is him. He's the only one that's available. So, all action rifle, short range 5, weapon skill 0, so it stays 5. Check for ammo. He doesn't, sorry, check for jam. Don't check for ammo for enemy. No, it doesn't jam. Okay, so he needs a 5. I am now lying prone in rubble, which gives me a defense of -3. So that's 2. He rolls a 9. He misses. Doesn't say anything about he then falls prone afterwards, does he? What was the paragraph? 862. No. So that's him done. He missed. Okay. So what we're doing next then? The Japanese tank. What's Mr. Tanky got to say about this situation? Right. So number was a 3. 4 active crew with 3. That's paragraph 905. 905. Get the book. Right, so if 2 or more active targets are in sight, button up. If already buttoned up, C900. He's not buttoned up. If 1 active target is in sight, C911. No, if no active targets are in sight, there are none. I've moved out of this line of sight. Open. If already open, which he is, C906. Drive vehicle fast. Conduct snap fire with coaxial machine gun at closest target. Prepare cannon if not prepared. The cannon is prepared. So he's doing action 906, which is move fast. So if he's moving fast, he's got 7 movement points. Driving skill, he rolls a 6, he's fine. Okay, where's he driving to? He's got no active targets in sight. Now let's see if the scenario designers have designed this to actually... Oh, no, we haven't got to screw around with the players. Okay, so he's currently in W14. No, that's W14, so W15. Okay, he goes to X14. What, he goes on his own minefield? No, that can't be. Really? Now, what happens there? I mean, I suppose he might not know the minefield's there. Rotate counterclockwise. I'll have to check. Does that go boom? Interesting. Tank. So tank that enters the hex of the minefield is unaffected, and its crew unharmed. Fair enough. Can't argue with that. Well, I can, but it seems a bit bonkers that, you know, they're exposed crew that driving over something that still goes boom. But, okay. X14 is where he's at the moment. So where does he go from here? Y14 takes him down to 5 movement points remaining. Y14. He hasn't seen any of my guys, so goes to Y15, so he turns around slightly. Rotate clockwise. Counterclockwise. I'll do the wrong way. movement points remaining. Y14, sorry, Y15 now. Goes to X15. Leaving him with 3 movement points. He's loitering, isn't he? X15 goes to X16. Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside. Oh, I just thought I'll just drive around the coast. That leaves him with 2 movement points remaining. Okay, X16 goes to W17. One movement point remaining. W17. V17. Okay, so that's him complete. Okay, that ends his activation. So let's bring that down to here, which is in the end of the turn. Or round, let's use the correct terminology. So it was a good job that I pulled these two back so he didn't have line of sight, because he can see through 2 palm trees. I know it's night, maximum line of sight is 4, but yeah, he hasn't seen anybody as yet. So he had a little bit of a coastal meandering. A bit surprised by the effect that minefields had none. But there we go. So moving into the next round. But this video's gone on long enough, so we'll end it here. Well, we'll go back up to the top and we'll end it at that point. So, bye for now. Hope you enjoyed that. I know I did. Thank you for watching so far. If you enjoyed the video, please like it. It all helps the channel. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. You enjoy what I do. If you would like to financially support the channel, it's all down at the bottom there. Join, membership, or super thanks, or anything like that. It all helps. But there's not really much to add, is there? We've just got to keep on going. We've got to see what that enemy tank does. Is he going to clear off? Who knows? I've got to try and take out that one more building, and then I've got to, well, we've got Soldier U to deal with as well, haven't we? But we've got to get back there. We've got to get back to the rafts and get out. It really all depends on that tank. But until next time, play games, have fun, buy internet,